what's going on in the anime community, I guess I better go ahead and talk about this. Well, I'll tell you guys what's going on. A lot of people are not happy with the review that was made by Anime News Network, an article about Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid S, which a lot of people are upset about considering the criticisms that were made kind of sound snobbish. And I'm going to go ahead and read parts of it. And I'm not going to mention the writer's name because this person does not deserve any, well, harassment whatsoever. But unfortunately, this person really hit the beehive by poking it with a stick, by saying such snobbish words, which I'll go ahead and read anyways. So here we go. For the mainstream audience, or anyone otherwise not interested in fan service that involves creeping on kid characters, a show like Dragon Maid can be frustrating. We're watching it in spite of this particular content because there's a good heart underneath, and this series is indulgently animated. That hasn't changed in the new series, which features great sequences focusing on Lilu, in particular her backstory as a former friend to humans. The first episode sets up a philosophical question where Lilu, as an orphan, is told that humans are responsible for her misery. The adversarial relationship between the two species appeared to be primarily dogmatic, and the dragons have multiple factions based around how to interpret those beliefs. Lilu begins to learn through her interactions with Kobayashi, who has a strong belief in free thought regardless of society's imposed expectations. That's the good part. In the middle is a plot beat that fails to land comedically, serves little purpose to the overall narrative that purports gender essentialisms in the way that runs counter to everything described in the previous paragraph. The short of it is, Lilu causes Kobayashi to grow a penis, and there's so much to unpack with how this is handled that I can't decide whether to call it out or settle on not wasting my breath on what it is. In the end, a huge misstep for what amounts to a inconsequential joke. I have not read the corresponding manga chapters for this, so I can't say how much Kyoto Animation reworked the bit, and if doing so, it led to being as inconsequential as it ultimately is here. I'm of the opinion that it probably should have been cut entirely. There's no character development or insight garnered by Kobayashi, and her feelings towards Toru. The best we could have expected is a more frank admittance that she's a lesbian, but the show's writing seems unwilling to fully embrace that either, despite being heavily coded in everything about her. Kobayashi's magical dick is instead mostly a setup to get her into a scenario where she could pop a boner from familiar physical contact and embraces herself as a result. Then there's her fear that if Totoro finds out that she's packing, that it will essentially lead her to being forced into a sexual encounter, which is just not funny. I'm such a genius when I write this article. New York Times, here I come. I hate to say this, but yeah, this person really pissed off the anime community, and this person really came off with this article as being one of those people who really are desperately wanting to work for the New York Times that badly that they're willing to get on their knees and give a blowjob to the CEO of the New York Times. Yeah, that desperately trying to write this article to piss off the anime fans to the point that they literally really, and they really did this. And I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the examples that they posted.
I think you just need to stop being such a faggot.
Yeah, I'll admit, and I'm not denying it, this is the wrong thing to do. And the fact that people are attacking this person online over this whole issue of reviewing Miss Kobayashi Dragon Maid S, I can understand a lot of people dislike it, but here's my advice to everybody. Don't bother going to Anime News Network for reviews. If you're going to read garbage articles like that, don't even bother. It's not worth your energy or your mental health for this. But anyways, guys, leave your thoughts down below and tell me what you think of this. So I gotta go. Take care. Bye-bye.